There's a stain on my garment, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. There's a stain on my garment, dear Aisha, a stain. Tell me how did it get there, Muhammad, Muhammad? Tell me how did it get there, Muhammad? Tell me. Sexy slave girls, dear Aisha, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. Sexy slave girls, dear Aisha. I just lost control. There's Maria Al-Qibtiyya, Rayana bin Sayed, Ayman, and others. You know I can't wait. But Bilal's calling Hassan, Muhammad, Muhammad. Now it's time for the salat, Muhammad, it's time. Then scrape it, dear Aisha, dear Aisha, dear Aisha. Then scrape it, dear Aisha, dear Aisha, scrape it. Sahih Muslim 572-3377, Surah 66, Al-Bukhari 232, Surah 424.
Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. And Muhammad is not a prophet. Muhammad is not a prophet. If you want grace and mercy and love, Islam is not for you. But Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the King of Kings who died to save us all. If you just repent and believe He took your sins on the cross, then mercy and grace, forgiveness and love, eternity can be yours. But Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god.
Hallelujah. Let Lord Jesus Christ shine forth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us. Welcome to a live stream with DCCI Ministries and Adam Seeker joint live stream. So this live stream is also streamed at Adam Seeker's channel. It's good to have you here all, as well as peace of Christ be with you, Adam. How are you?
Hello everyone, Salamul Masih, Sister Hatun, and Salamul Masih to each and every one of you in the live stream. Welcome, we are here as a joint stream, and thank you Hatun for inviting me to your beautiful, beautiful channel and to your beautiful, beautiful audience. Lovely, God is good, but what's the topic today?
God is good. Why are you so hyper, brother?
I'm always hyper, don't you know that?
You're very hyper. You drank too much coffee today, huh?
I'm always hyper, that's when especially when I go live, it's just, the hyperness in me comes out so fast,
So it gives you, live streams gives you energy.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Well, for me, it's different. I just get on with things. Like same mood, I wake up, same mood, I go to bed. So it was a couple of hours ago, I received an email with a video clip. This Mr. Muslim is wearing this lovely dress with high heel shoes.
Mashallah, mashallah, subhanallah.
Let me put the picture.
Do you have a picture?
I do have a picture, brother.
Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah.
Like, so I have the picture. So, someone sent me this picture, okay? And then I was just like, what is this? I don't remember myself wearing ever, first of all, red shoes, let alone red high heels, let alone seeing a man is wearing, and this is not any man, this is Mr. Muslim.
An Arab.
And Arab, yeah, you can see that tea towel.
Yeah, I can definitely gift you a red high heel. Definitely, it will definitely look good on you, for sure. I have no doubt. But they like On a bearded man.
Um, people just like so much messed up. People are so much messed up. So this gentleman is wearing this very red high heel, and they are boots, like not even the shoes. And then I had kind of these pinkish bags, so that like if I do group tours, all those kind of things, I have this color things. And then I had this color, his color of his bag. I had water bottles, which police stole it from me. So I can identify with the bag, kind of, but rest is just like, I don't even know if he's wearing underwear under this shirt. Like it's very, anyway, so I received this picture and then it just made me think. And then I didn't want to think more about it because I find those thoughts were not very helpful thoughts. And then I asked you if you want to do live stream about it. And then as you just jumped in. And then I was searching who is this gentleman. I come across with a tweet from Daniel Haqiqatjou. He's using...
Before we go to Haqiqatjou, before I gotta say something. You know, sister, let me tell you, this guy was advertising highheels.com.au. Do you know that?
No, I clicked this thing. It was like Instagram, and I'm not on Instagram, so it didn't even allow me to kind of watch it. But I saw some interesting clips there, and then I'm just like, yeah, I can't watch this. And then when I saw Daniel Haqiqatjou, I'm just like, yeah, we need to do live stream about this.
Oh yes, definitely. But we need to, look. This, yeah, no. He is a different guy. So listen to this, his video on this.
But you guys around the corner, guys, make sure you're coming and wearing high heels.
Bring high heels.
Don't forget to use my code Habibi 10 to get 10% off.
10% off.
But you guys around the corner, guys, make sure you're coming and
focus.
So
I need volume to be a little bit higher. So that
that's all the high I can go. I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe it's from my side. Let me see. Yeah, probably my side. I am only number 2. So is he saying like if you get the shoes and use QR Habibi, you will get 10% discount?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
Let me play it again for you.
wearing high heels. Don't forget to use my code Habibi 10 to get 10% off.
10% off.
It's not the way like he says it, the way he does it.
Exactly.
So where is this place?
Australia.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it was because I know Australia because it says, look, it says highheels.com.au, so it's in Australia.
Yeah, I got it. Wow. So what we learned from this so far? You can go inside this shop, use the code QueerHabibi10. You can just be transformed to be something else.
Alhamdulillah.
Plus you get 10% discount. Can you go back a little bit because I want to see the way he's able to walk in those high heel shoes.
Ah, okay.
But you guys around the corner, guys, make sure you're coming and wearing high heels. Don't forget to use my code Habibi 10 to get 10% off.
10% off. There is no doubt he has a style, style.
He needs to repent. But as you can see, if anyone, actually I've got some friends in Australia. I should get in touch with them and then ask them to go and then get me some shoes. And those of you, just make sure you become friend with Aussies and then have them to get you some shoes with 10%, not 50%. No,
Only 10%.
Yeah, only 10%. Those shoes probably very expensive.
Shoes have adult shoes as well.
Common shoes? Why man is wearing woman shoes? That's first thing.
So let me see.
Yeah, so this is his Instagram page. I couldn't kind of watch those things because it
I
was
like this. I'm gonna mute it because there's a background music. But mashallah, subhanallah. Wow, that is called a catwalk. Yes, sir. There we go. This is how you do catwalk.
Is he getting married or something? What is it?
No, he's doing catwalk.
But is that like wedding dress? What is that? Like
I
part of
have.
curtains? I think
If
part of the curtains. He just grab it from the window.
if my to-be wife is going to wear this dress, I will definitely going to run away from the marriage hall for sure.
You can't run away from marriage. You just sit down and then have discussion with your wife, brother.
No, she is to-be wife because I'm going to be married to her afterwards. But I'm gonna run away if she's gonna wear this.
Like, isn't this disturbing? Like dress,
Mashallah.
like even if woman is wearing this, you would find it disturbing. But this gentleman, I think he from the same shop where he bought pink shoes. Now he got the white ones, and then someone just gave him like white shirt, and then they grabbed the curtain from the window for him to use it. And most amazing thing is, of course, he never forgets his Arab tea towel.
Yeah, that he has to show that he is an
That's
Arab.
his identity. That's his
Yeah,
identity.
that's his identity.
And
He
I'm
has
so
to show that.
proud of it.
Let me show you the golden shoes as well. You would have never seen golden shoes. I know for a fact. I have never seen these big golden shoes ever in my life. There you go. Wow. He knows how to do it with a style, sister.
That's like more Saudi Arabian crown prince style, like same kind of outfit with golden shoes.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is. There we go. This is golden shoes. I just paused it. Mashallah. Mashallah.
Someone needs to buy him trousers or something at this stage, I think.
Oh no, he has a underwear. In one
Yeah,
of the video, his underwear is very, very exposed.
Okay, brother, he needs trousers.
No, okay, if you say so.
Yeah, he
But
needs trousers.
where
Man
is he?
without trousers and without belt is just not acceptable.
So, mashallah, now he has black.
I think because that shoe shop giving him like 10% discount, probably he got more discount. So he got the pink version, white version, gold version, and black version.
Maybe, yeah, he's like 10% off. Let's just buy a lot of them.
Maybe
Here
because
he
it's advertising for them. Maybe they just
He-
give it as like gift.
he has a pant as well. He just don't wear it. Now he's gonna cut the pant so that his shoes can be exposed. There we go. Are you in a shock right now?
I know that people like darkness. I know people are not. People feel that they're not satisfied what they have or who they are. Therefore, they just like go and then shop in other things, other places. And it is always strange to see someone shops for his own sexuality and pretends to be someone else. Like in here, like he's got like pink shoes, like much pinker. So we had the red version, we had black version, we had white version, gold version. And this is like fuchsia color, I think, more fuchsia.
Okay, final video, and then we will go to the rest of the thing. Final video.
See, he never
There we
did
go.
Arabness.
I just wanted to show you that he does wear underwears. Otherwise, things will be very, very bad.
Okay, I am not. I express that he needs trousers, but I don't think I needed to kind of see his underwear.
And plus, he's wearing net trousers. They are net-based trousers. So you
Leggings.
can't say that he is not wearing it.
No, that's leggings. I don't think I ever bought one.
I'm glad you never bought it, because there's no point in wearing these kind of leggings, because I don't know why somebody will wear this kind of a legging. It's just a net.
Overall, it's disturbing though.
Mhm.
I didn't watch them, so main reason was because I don't have the Instagram account. So Adam Sika has the account. He shared with us, and yes, some of you, I don't know how you are gonna undo what you have seen, but that's kind of what it is. So it is over there. Muslims are kind of coming into the world and then joining society, and then they've got like, as chickens are standing up for the rights of KFC, you've got such individuals who are just like kind of saying, oh yeah, Islam is for all. Doesn't matter where you stand, doesn't matter how you identify or what you identify yourself, it is for you. And not only that, like he's making money just like from his dress code. Of course, it makes sense that he's doing this thing in Australia. I don't want to even kind of think what would happen when he does such a things in Gaza or in Iran or in Saudi Arabia or in Pakistan. Of course, that we don't want to think about it. We don't want to think about it. I guess he can get away with those things because those countries are just so, what is the term? So nice.
Mashallah, yes.
So nice. Okay, so once I come across with the picture, once I kind of saw that on email, and then I was kind of trying to figure out what is this, and then I come across with this tweet from Daniel Haqiqatjou. And he's got a very similar clip in his tweet, and he's talking about this.
Let me show you the clip if you want. Let's see. This is the clip. MashaAllah.
Subhanallah. Here with the fuchsia shoes.
Wow.
Wow. See? He's like advertising for TikTok.
Hey, this is good. Did you see? The Arabic dress, but smaller from the front and full length from the back. I like that one.
Oh, and then he shakes the hand of woman. It's all. Yeah.
What happened? Something happened. Let me see. See, this dress is full from the back and cut short from the front. You see that? It's like an Arab dress.
Yeah.
The only difference is that it's like full length from the back, just like an Arab dress.
Yeah, he just cut the front so that his shoes can be seen. Probably he's giving out cards to people to say, go to this place and then buy shoes with like 10% discount.
Yeah, 10% discount.
Yeah,
that is correct.
On a serious note, please don't go to those places and then buy those kind of things.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so once I saw that clip, I was kind of figuring out who is this gentleman is. And then first thing pop up was Daniel Haqiqatjou's tweet about it. And then I was like, oh, what is Daniel had to say about this? And then he uses this to attack the Wahhabis. So he uses this to attack other Muslims within, under the umbrella of Islam. So I just thought we talk about it. And then first, before we even get to this, look at the Islamic sources. Like from biblical perspective, it is always strange to see from the biblical, like when we kind of look everything from the eyes of the Bible, you get to see, okay, who sees the Bible as their supreme authority and then wants to live under it, versus who just uses Bible to justify their actions and their way of life. So therefore, it's always kind of easy to look at Muslims in the same way. So are they living their life to justify Islam, or Islam is there to justify their life? Maybe first we talk about, even though I am very, very like, yeah, individuals who kind of thinks it's all right to put the, if someone thinks, yeah, it is all right to put the dress of another, what do you say? If woman is dressing man's dress, man is wearing woman's dress, if that is even acceptable. I'm just like, yeah, not acceptable. These individuals are very much in need of repentance. But I want us to, before we go to Daniel Haqiqatjou's thing, or maybe we can do it
But
together.
sister, may I say something here? But in Islam, it's allowed. Muhammad used to wear the clothes of Aisha.
You are just being Islamophobe, brother. Muhammad.
Yeah,
He's-
Muhammad.
He was short and fat. How can this child Aisha's underwear or her top will fit on Muhammad? You have to justify, or sorry, you have to provide evidence for what you said. I am sure there is no hadith in Islam tells us that Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, was wearing dress of his beloved wife, child Aisha.
Yeah, there are many. There are multiple.
Sure.
Um, there are multiple, but most of the ones have issue in the translations. But this is the one where the translation issue is not there. You know, the woolen clothes usually can stretch very easily, and you can have a skin tight dress, and that's exactly what Muhammad was doing. He was on the Aisha's bed wearing Aisha's woolen shirt. You know, wool, it kind of stretches, and you have a skin tight, very sexy looking dress on you. That's what Muhammad was doing.
Brother, you are telling me, no, I don't know, brother. Because
Now you know.
I don't do those things.
No,
Yes.
you can't do those things because you are not the Prophet of Islam. I'm talking about the Prophet of Islam, who is a man wearing his wife's woolen shirt.
Okay. So, Prophet of Islam, last prophet, best example to humanity, whom everyone needs to be following. He was born as a man, and now you are telling me he's wearing woman's clothing. Did I get that right?
Absolutely, and this is Sahih. Let me show it to you. This is a Sahih hadith.
Okay,
There you
my
go.
source is not you, but it is the Islamic tradition. Islamic tradition tells us that the Prophet of Islam is wearing woman clothing.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Not good look for him.
It might be
How do you know, brother?
because it says Allah Faraishan Aisha libas. It's a full clothing, by the way, but they have to say it's just a shirt in the English translation. So I don't know. And in another location, when we talk about Sahih Muslim, Muhammad said that even Sahih Bukhari, Muhammad said that I don't get revelation until I'm in the libas of Aisha or Saub of Aisha. There you go. Let me show it to you.
Okay, so not only Muhammad is wearing Aisha's clothing, but
Mhm.
also Allah
Mhm.
doesn't send his angels down to pass revelation to Muhammad if Muhammad is not wearing Aisha's clothes.
Yeah,
Did
there you go.
correct?
It says, yes, absolutely. Do not hurt me regarding Aisha, as the divine inspiration do not come to me on any of the beds, which is wrong translation, I'll show it to you, except that of Aisha. So it's not bed, it says clothes, saub. It's not bed, it says saub. I'll show it to you. No, there you go. وَأَنَا فِي صَوْبِ إِمْرَأَةٍ إِلَّا Aisha. Until I am in the clothing of Aisha. The divine revelation do not come to me until I am in the clothing of Aisha. Now, somebody will say that Saub means bed, and Adam, you don't know Arabic, you are not an Arabic expert, so you do not know Jack. Saub also means bed. And I can totally understand you because I'm a Pakistani and I'm not an Arab. And then again, a couple of days ago, I made a video on Dawa Wise Mansoor, who actually made a 12 minutes long video exposing my pronunciation instead of a subject. And the subject was Sister Hatun. I made a video 2 hours long with Bob of the Speaker's Corner. And the 2 hours long video is showing that Allah is doing the same things which the shaitan is doing. Okay. Hence, Allah is shaitan, right? But you know what this guy did? He came out, instead of answering where I'm wrong, he just made a video of 4 minutes of cuttings in 2 hours long video, make 4 minutes of cuttings on where my pronunciation of the Arabic haruf was wrong. And I was like, are you silly? You actually are silly, quite frankly. But anyhow, let's go. Let's search the word thawb
Okay.
in sunnah.com. Yes.
So, Islam defender Yahya makes the same point which I made it to you. Muhammad is in his 50s. Okay? He's short and fat.
Who said he was fat?
Muhammad was fat, brother. Anyway, I asked you how did he fit into it, and then you just give me the description as you know, it will be too tight on him. So
it will be sexy. I'll show it to you. I'll show you the picture.
I am falling to that one. And Islam defender Yahya is saying, how can a man of 54 fit the dress of 6 to 9 years old?
I'll show it to you. No worries. It will be like, people, please, let me just tell you. If you are going to be disgusted with this kind of a picture, please don't blame me. Okay, it's not me. I'm just trying to explain. And by the way, Muhammad cannot be this sexy, FYI. So I'm just telling you that these body style, it is not Muhammad. So let me just tell you. But it can be skin tight and very, very, And sister, would you like to show this? MashaAllah. What's the problem? It's a skin tight shirt. People wear this in our culture right now. It is stretchy, it's skin tight, it's not fitting the whole tummy, but that's what it is. Muhammad was wearing a full-fledged blown shirt of Aisha, and your scholars actually agreed to the fact, Yahya. And by the way, Yahya is so silly, I have no idea. I've debated with him multiple times, and he just, he's an ignorant fool, by the way. But even the translation, sister, show the translation, please, once again. I'm going back. It says, on Aisha's bed, wearing Aisha's woolen shirt. So even the scholars of Islam had an issue that what should they do, because it just says libas, libasan Aisha, libasan mar'atul Aisha. The word libas, you can't even run from this word. You can run from the word thawb, and I understand that a lot of people make a jalebi or a pretzel in English for the word thawb or thawb, depending on how you pronounce it. But how will you change the word libas? Libas is explicit, which is like literally explicit. You can't run away from it. Yes, sister.
I was having conversation with a Muslim, and the translation of the hadith I had was saying revelation doesn't come to Muhammad, like revelation is coming to Muhammad when he's in Aisha's bed one. So the way it was verbalized in the hadith, it was saying bed. Yeah. And I was expressing how stupid that is and how concerning that is, that even heavenly beings are dealing with Muhammad when Muhammad is doing husband and wife thing in the bed. And then Muslim was just telling me, no, you don't speak Arabic. This is not bed. This is Aisha's garment. Muslim was just like, he didn't pick up the problem. He's just like, he thinks, oh, if it's in bed, it's worse. Therefore, wearing Aisha's clothing, his wife's clothing, that's not worse. That's okay. I just like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
So good. Like, how after how much time did you actually tell him the problem?
Well, I tried to tell him the problem, but he was just like stuck on like, angels don't come. Angels don't come when you are in the bed. You just need to dress up, and then he was wearing.
So Perfect. So Aisha's clothes he was wearing, and then angel came in, not in the bed. Oh my goodness, that is so crazy. So he agreed with the fact that Muhammad was wearing Aisha's clothes.
Yeah, and his objection was, oh, that's okay because he wasn't in the bed. He wasn't doing like husband wife. It's strange that they don't pick up like what the problem is. They think just like, oh yeah, if we play with the words, we can get away. But the problem is a prophet who's supposed to be the last example to humanity, going against, first of all, Old Testament, which it expresses that he comes to confirm, but also going against nature, wearing the dress of a woman. It's not like a child, baby, you are just like a mixed baby's clothing, and then instead of like putting like boys' clothing on baby, you put the girls' clothing on something. No, this is not like that. This is a man in his 50s who's supposed to be the best example to humanity is wearing his wife's clothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, sister. And one more thing now. I want to clear to Yaya and all of his silly friends who would say saub does not means clothing. So now without garments, saub. So, what happened? Saub. Saub is translated as garment. I did not do that. Two garments. And there you go. Saubain, saubhi, saubain. Two garments. There you go. Two garments, garments, and two garments. Next to these. Garments, saub, garments, saub, garments, clothing where the semen Muhammad's wife has to wash. Then again, Mustad Ahmad, the word saubain, two garments. There you go. And I'll show it to you in English. Two pieces of garment, cloth. It cannot be bed. It cannot be bed. It cannot be bed sheet. It has to be clothing or garment that you wear on yourself. That is why the simple method is you take the hadith, which is in English here, and where they actually did translation as bed, except the bed of Aisha, go to the word,
They
it
think
is
like,
so.
sake of the argument, like they are just trying to play with the words for the translation.
Yeah.
How can being in the bed of Aisha would make Muhammad look okay?
Because
Like seriously, like what these Muslims are thinking when they are translating these things.
let me tell you, in Urdu, they translated it correctly. Let me read it and I'll translate it, and everyone who knows Urdu and Hindi will understand what I'm speaking. आयशा रजी अल्लाह तला के अनहा के सिवा अपनी बीवियों में से किसी के कपड़े में भी मुझ पर वही नाजल नहीं होती. Translation: I do not receive wahi or divine revelation in any other wife's clothing except in the clothing of Aisha. So, Sister Khatun, the problem here is that Muhammad was not just wearing Aisha's clothes, he was wearing the clothes of each and every wife of his. But the divine revelation only comes when he wears the clothes of Aisha. Do you understand the bigger problem now?
I find it's very concerning, very, very concerning. Okay, what I'm going to do is, brother,
Yes.
I'm going to get out of the live stream just for 1 second because my screen just become like so large. I don't know
Sure.
how to fix it. I'll be back in a second, okay?
Sure. So,
Sorry.
guys, no worries. I'll engage the people. So, guys, like even in Urdu translations, because Urdu translations actually does a lot of justice in a lot of time, much better than English translation. So, if you don't even know Arabic and you are an Indian or Pakistani, just go to the Urdu translation and you will know it. It's pretty easy. And this is not us doing the translation. This is Sunnah.com. They took the translation. Islamic scholars did this translation in Urdu, just like Islamic scholar did the translation in English, but they are changing the words bed. So last time when I was reading Sunnah.com, this same hadith would say bed sheet. So now they remove the word sheet out of it. Are you back?
No,
Okay.
I couldn't leave because I don't know how to leave right now. There is this I need help. So what my
You
issues
so
right
if you're using Mac, then on the bottom right corner there is a Mac button and then Control plus plus plus. If you are doing Windows, then Control plus plus plus. Press
yeah,
and hold Control and do plus plus plus.
no, right now it's like too everything is on the screen is very big. All I am seeing like Elif and then Noon on the screen. So that's it.
Okay, Control minus minus minus. On your window, do Control and then minus 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 until you see all that.
No, it's not changing.
Okay,
The
close the browser and come back.
close the browser.
And then come back, yeah.
Okay, because it wasn't allowing me to leave as well. Okay, let's try that.
Yeah, you can close the browser and come back. Hey, Islam Defender, yeah, I don't know if Sister Hatun has any moderators, but seems like Sister Hatun does require some moderators because Islam Defender, yeah, some shaitan actually got a hold of him and he is now using abusive words in the live chat. That's how silly he is. But the problem is that these people are just literally too arrogant, too silly, and too stupid, quite frankly. And I don't know what will happen to them because something, you know, in the next life, yes, they will definitely get the result of what they are doing and what they are saying and how they are working. But in this life, definitely they will get it here in this life as well.
I am
And
back.
now, thank you, sister. Welcome back. I was talking about Yahya. He is now, the devil is upon him, which runs in his veins, like Muhammad said, and he is abusing now. So I hope some of your moderator will catch him.
We do have freedom of speech, so we allowed him to say whatever he wants as long as he's not sharing people's personal details and abusing the chat by copying the same things. So I don't know what he's up to.
And then there's Nadir Ahmed in the live chat as well somehow. So Nadir Ahmed, you can come to my channel and I do open live streams every Monday and every Thursday. So join me if you are saying Adam is scared. How am I scared when I do
But
open
I'm
live stream?
scared, brother. Why are you scared?
I don't know because he's saying that. So I'm telling him that I do open live stream. Anyone can join in. Every Monday, every Tuesday, my live stream is open. The link is pinned in the live chat. Anyone can join in and then have a debate with me. So Nadir Ahmed,
Is this one?
yeah, the same Nadir Ahmed. He up. If you go up a little, he said Adam is scared or something like that.
I can feel, brother. You are
There you
wearing your
go.
running shoes. You are
I am
wearing
running.
your running shoes that like red high heels and trying to run away from people. I can see all the way from here. So this is states that atheists and agnostics have endorsed the scientific miracle arguments. Oh, oh. Mr. Alidawa debunked that.
Absolutely. I've shown your video so many times
But we cannot talk about it with Nadir Ahmed if this is the Nadir Ahmed, because Nadir Ahmed expressed that he's old and he doesn't remember things long enough. Therefore, he needs to speak in every kind of few minutes. So once he becomes younger and once his brain cells start moving and remembering things more than like 10 minutes, yeah, we would be open up for discussions. And of course, before that, we would expect him to have this amazing debate with Ali Dawa.
Mashallah, mashallah.
Let's focus on the
Let's focus.
focus on this. So you showed us the hadith that Prophet of Islam is wearing clothing of woman, not any woman.
His wives, as in plural.
Wives. Yeah, his wives. He's got more than one wife. And the revelation only comes to him when he's wearing Aisha's clothing.
Yeah.
And since Aisha is like probably teenage, Muhammad is like late 50s, I am assuming Aisha's clothing would be too tight for him. And you use the word like, oh, that would make Muhammad look sexy because the clothing is too tight. I want to express that I find that image very disturbing, and especially when this is for the last prophet of Islam.
That is true. That is true. But when we talk about people like Queen something, Queen Habibi, they would definitely call Muhammad sexy when he is wearing Aisha's clothes, which are very skin tight, where his, and I'm going to use the explicit words of the Quran, Hadith, when his nipples were exposed and cold. That's also Hadith. You know, when Allah put the hands between the shoulders of Muhammad and he felt the coolness of the hands of Allah in his nipples. Tell me that you don't you know that.
Brother,
Yes, sister.
I had a live stream with you last week.
Yes.
I had emails was telling me, watch out the words I am saying. You are just coming to my live streams and then not only reminding me those stories, but also causing me to imagine those things.
Okay,
And
sister.
it's really not.
I'm so sorry for all the people who said that you said something wrong. Let me see. So Allah came to Muhammad as a beautiful man. I saw my Lord in the most beautiful form. He addressed me by the name. When I replied, "At thy service, my Lord," he asked, "What do the angels near me present dispute about?" And I replied that I do not know. He asked is 3 times. Then I saw him put the palm of his hand between my shoulder blades so that I experienced the coolness of his finger between my nipples. I'm not saying that. So
Okay.
if I read a hadith, sister, is it bad words?
Uh, if this is Islam, what Islam is teaching, and in this occasion, yes, we just need to read it and then expose it. But let me just understand this, brother.
Okay.
So Muhammad is seeing Allah in most beautiful form. Did I get that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this man looking most beautiful form is putting his hand in the chest, his palms in the chest of Muhammad's shoulders.
Between the shoulder blades, yes.
Okay, in here. Okay?
Yeah.
So a man is putting his hands on the back of another man, but it is affecting him in a strange way that causing his nipples to feel cold.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe when I was talking about this hadith, we did some Google search at that stage. I believe there are sexual terms are used for such reactions.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
Okay. I am not going to teach you that, brother.
I'll search on the Google. I'm not asking you to teach me that, but I'll search on the internet.
People can check that out. But don't you find it is creepy? A beautiful man is touching another man's shoulder blades that causing this man nipples, which is part of the breast, to feel funny.
Yeah, that's exactly why I brought this up. Because when Muhammad is wearing Aisha's tight clothes, he was experiencing something similar. And then people like Queen Habibi would feel the same kind of an emotions. That's why I brought this up. And I'm sorry to all the audience that they might feel that my words are explicit. But every single explicit word that I speak
It's from
is mentioned in the Islamic sources.
Yeah. So all you are doing is reading these Islamic sources for people who doesn't even bother, as well as you are bringing those Islamic sources in the attention of people to question very basic teachings of Islam.
Absolutely, ma'am.
What kind, prophet, supposed to be according to Muslims, so modest, all that junk, is talking about his nipples. You've got hadiths he's talking about his semen, all that, disturbing things. It's just...
Yep.
People, it is disturbing. It is disturbing.
So anyhow, now let's go back to Daniel Haqiqatjou. So Daniel Haqiqatjou, when he is saying things against the Wahhabis, I mentioned these hadiths, sister, because I need to understand how can a Salafi accuse Wahhabis, yet his Nabi, his Prophet, his Rasul actually did the same thing.
Okay, so before we do that, let me just summarize so everyone understands. So we saw this so-called gentleman is allowing you to buy shoes with the 10% discount, and the shoes are like these high heel many different colors woman shoes. And this gentleman is more than half naked with the woman outfit, just doing fashion show. Okay, I can't put that. Images are disturbing. I know some of you need to kind of repent before you go to bed and then try to undo these images, but you've got to deal with it, because we are just using what Muslims are doing to see if there is anything in Islam can justify what they are doing. Okay, so, and then from those pictures we came to Islamic sources where we were exposed once again that the Prophet of Islam, man whom supposed to be best example to all humanity, is wearing garment or clothing of woman. And because Allah and his angels are so kind, they don't even come down and give revelation to Muhammad when Muhammad is his own underwear. Okay, revelation comes when he's only in Aisha's garment. So that shows Allah's kindness and mercy towards Muhammad. And from that, we wanted to kind of bring our attention to Muslim missionary Daniel Haqiqatjou, where he is using these queer Habibi's videos to attack another group in Islam. Okay, so I'm gonna take this down, if that's okay with you, brother.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's take this down. We kind of looked at Adam Sika brought our attention to those hadiths. Please remember, they were all provided with reference. So please sit down and then read about this beautiful form man and Muhammad's nipple in your own time, because references were all in this screen. Okay, so now let's bring our attention to this tweet which was put together by Daniel Haqiqatjou. Yes, brother Adam.
Oh, okay. I have to show it. Okay, hold on. I thought you were showing it. There you go. No.
I can put it.
And here we go. Put it back. That's Daniel Haqiqatjou. Don't criticize the fashion model. He is not an Ashari or Sufi. He has the correct Aqidah. Therefore, he is better than the deviant Mushrik Asharis, Maturidis, and Ikhwanis. I have no idea who these guys are. Do you know any?
I don't know. Let me
I have no idea about this Ikhwanis. I know Ataris, I know Asharis, I know Sufis, I know Maturidis, but never Ikhwanis. I have no idea.
I think they are the Muslim Brotherhood ones. Yeah,
okay.
I think they're like members of Muslim Brotherhood.
All right, perfect. This is not a joke. This is exactly what the Wahhabi believes. Okay, Wahhabi. MashaAllah.
Just for the clarification purpose. Daniel Haqiqatjou has no problem with this gentleman who is wearing this high heel pink shoes. Okay? He's just saying, well, he fit with the criteria. He's got the essential core Islamic doctrines. Therefore, it's okay. With like from their perspective, he's looking at it. Therefore, it is okay. So
absolutely.
He's using this colorful gentleman who is wearing woman clothing to attack his fellow Muslims. There is big in-house fights. When Muslims are not talking to you, they are fighting with one another. So this is like one of those fights comes public. And he says, this is not a joke. This is exactly what Wahhabis believe. Is that the so?
Absolutely. And then he talks about what Wahhabi believes. And he says, Islam teaches us not to focus on love for Allah and His Prophet, love for Ummah. By the way, Islam doesn't teach us love for Ummah. Where? I have never seen that in Quran. Or on pious conduct. Rather, what is important is reciting and affirming long list of Aqidah points that were never mentioned or discussed by Prophet or the Sahaba. So now he is losing the context of the Quran, by the way. He just lost it. Yes, ma'am.
as long as you identify yourself as someone who is strict monotheist, okay,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you what is the term? You reject Buddha, as long as you interpret the Islamic scripture as it is, and focus on Sharia, that how your leaders are emphasizing, you are safe. Okay? As long as you go through that list, you believe there
Okay.
is only one God, all those kind of things. So you don't go to the you don't pray to death, all those kind of things. You are
Mm-hmm.
all safe. As long as you don't do Buddha, you are all safe. And then he says,
Bida? You are talking about Bida, not Buddha, right? I thought Buddha.
Bida.
Bida. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but like he's talking about a very different subject here. I think you overemphasize certain stuff. Let's just read again. In according to Wahhabi, according to him, Islam teaches us not to focus on love of Allah. So it's not. It's in a negative. So he's saying in Wahhabi Islam, Islam does not focus on love for Allah and His Prophet, love for Ummah, or pious contrast because there is a not here. But
Yeah.
rather, he's saying what a Wahhabi believe is a long list of Aqidah points
Yeah.
that were never mentioned or discussed by the Prophet or the Sahaba. So he's rejecting all of the Aqidah points of all the Muslim scholars.
To like the list Wahhabis put together. That like
Exactly.
Tawhid,
Yeah.
Buddha, all those kind of things.
Yes. He's saying they are going into those kind of stuff rather than these three stuff. And then he says that the man in this video is better than every Ashari and Maturidi school and Zahid, as long as he agrees with everything Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab says about Aqidah. Now what he's doing is, I think very soon Daniel Haqiqatjou will going to create his own Islamic Aqidah,
I
because
think
he's
you
going
are
in a,
the best one.
yeah, because he's going against every single school of thought over here, right? He's going against every single school of thought. I don't know which school of thought that he's referring these things to and from, because in Pakistan and India, most of the people are from Hanafi school of thought, and then they have subsects of Hanafiism. Uh, the with that being said, they have their own aqidah points and shara and fiqh points. So, what is Daniel Hakika you believe in, by the way, sister? Do you know that by any chance?
Like he was, I think, a Shia, become a Sunni, and he's more in the Atari Creed. I think he's like the way I don't listen him anymore, but like he was like more in Hanbali school. I
Humbly school.
yeah, uh, I remember like a couple of his conversations on Allah's body parts, all those kind of things. So that will
But
put him, I think, in Atari school stuff. But yeah,
but
so
so
he's
he actually.
Sunni Islam. He's
Mhm.
under the Sunni Islam, and he's attacking others who are also under the Sunni Islam.
Perfect. So he does talk about in between Ashari and Atari school of thought, Ashari and Maturidi school of thought. So he may be in between somewhere. But then he destroyed each and every school of thought in his comment. I don't know how he can actually do that, but anyhow, as long as he affirms what is in the Kitab al-Tawheed and other Wahhabi texts, this man is better than Abu Hanifa, Al-Ghazali, Al-Nawani, Al-Sabiki, Al-Hajar, Asqalani probably, As-Sayuti, who are all deviant or kafir or mushriks. Wow. Unbelievable. Perfect. So now this is a sarcastic comment probably, Hatun Dash, that he's saying that Wahhabi believes that all of these major school of thought, which includes Abu Hanifa, Ghazali, Nawawi basically, Imam al-Nawawi, Imam al-Sabiki, al-Hajar Asqalani, as-Sayuti, all are kafir. I have not seen Wahhabis saying that. Have you ever seen that?
From his perspective, he's identifying just a second, brother. Did we block in the chat Islam defender Yahya? Because he's just sending me messages to say he got blocked in the chat.
Islam defender Yahya is blocked in the chat.
So
So he sends you a Skype message?
yeah.
Okay, that's the joke of the century, by the way. So,
Um,
so while we are doing a program, he must have said something really. He used dirty words, explicit dirty words when you go away. Probably one of your yeah.
I don't know. I don't get to. I usually allow people to kind of even insult
Yep,
me.
unless you use the dirty words. He
I
used
don't
dirty words.
Okay,
So
I don't know.
one
So
of your moderator must have given him a timeout for a day or something, or 30 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever.
I'm
So
with
that
only 4 moderators. Anyway, so he just sent me a message. It looks like he got blocked. He's upset.
let me show it to you. Let me give you the message in Skype. I don't want to show it here.
No,
This is his message.
it's okay, brother. It's okay. Like
I'm copy pasting from the live chat.
um,
When your computer got issues and you had to leave, this is what he said.
well, that's nothing. Like I don't see that as a concerning message at all.
Okay.
As long as like they're not putting my address and my personal details, which has been done
Okay.
a lot, so I don't care.
You give a lot of freedom of speech, which Islam doesn't, but fair enough.
That's fine. Anyway, so sorry, brother, I am with you. Would you mind making your point again? Because you asked me a question, which I was just replying. Yahya's message, I didn't kind of give full attention. Sorry about that.
No worries, no worries, no worries. So what I was saying that he is making Wahhabis look dirty and bad by saying that Wahhabis does not believe in any of the early scholars, or they're saying, and according to him, Wahhabis call them deviants or kuffar or mushriks. Now, this is a huge claim that he just put in here.
Well, within, I don't, like when you read the early Islamic sources, you get to see how one scholar is discrediting other scholar. That's like something very common.
Yes.
Or they are arguing with one another. But in 21st century, the things when you kind of, as you look back to 7, 8, 10, 12th century stuff, as you look back early stages of Islam, you get to see actually those are gray points. People are simply having debates and discussions about those things. In 21st century, those gray things are more black and white. So I know Daniel Haqiqatjou is one of them. Came alongside of another Muslim missionary. Both of them have different school of thought. They believe when it comes to, for example, Allah, they believe foundationally very, very different guy.
Understood.
So they come, even though foundation of Islam is very different for them, like on who is Allah or what Allah is, they are able to come together to have debates and discussions for those who are not Muslim. Okay? But once that debate is finished, what do? Is they start calling one another. They start calling one another kafir. They start calling one another disbeliever. They start blocking one another because of their views on Allah or their interpretation of the early Muslim scholars, whether you can pray to the dead, you should, is it okay, or is it gray line, or is it just like black and white? So I am very much aware in 21st century that's how Muslim missionaries are interpreting that. But in early stage of Islam, those are Muslims are arguing with those things, having their debates and discussions. But yes, in 21st century, yes, Muslims are calling one another kafir simply because of the scholars they follow, they choose to follow, or the way they choose to interpret the scripture.
Understood. But anyhow, let's see He said we should prefer people like this over likes of Al-Ghazali. Okay, perfect. And Al-Nawawi. By the way, Al-Ghazali, if Daniel Haqiqatjou likes Al-Ghazali and Al-Nawawi, then brother, I have a long list of discussion that I need to do with you. Mr. Daniel Haqiqatjou, please, if you think Al-Ghazali is correct and his opinions are correct, I will use only one book of Al-Ghazali, one volume of his, not all 30. And by the way, you don't even have all 30 of them. So and we're going to talk about one subject. Let's see if you can answer on that. This is the correct minhaj of Salaf. Do you have one proof? Let's see. Then look at this famous passage from the Hoax Aqidah book. We attribute it to Imam al Barbahari. I have no idea who that guy is. I never studied him. If you see a man with a corrupt path and conduct, sinful, immoral, a person of disobedience and misguidance, yet he is from Ahlul Sunnah, then accompany him, sit with him, for his sins will not harm you. But if you see a man who is diligent, even if he appears ascetic, uh, ascetic and consumed by worship, but he is a person of desire, ahlul hawa. These are the wrong desires, by the way. I.e., hawa comes from the word havas, which is sexual. Doesn't pass your Akida test, then do not sit with him, do not accompany him, do not listen to his speech, and do not walk with him on the same path. I fear that you may admire his ways and perish alongside with him. Now, by the way, sister, do you see any problem with this passage?
Well, I think present by itself. So he is the guy who is behind of the school of Hanbals. What is he saying? If you see man with a corrupt path or conduct, sinful, immoral, a person of disobedience and misguidance, or when in just within first lines, I'm just like, he's talking about Muhammad, but Muhammad died almost 300 years before that. Yet he identifies himself as a Muslim. Then accompany him and sit with him, for his sins will not harm you. So no expelling. There is a man who is doing things Islamically he shouldn't be doing. It's okay to sit down with them. And
okay, let's take it to a different extreme. Let's take it to a different extreme. And I'm gonna take it to a different, because I'm like, I know Islam allows a lot of stuff, but let's take it to an extreme of a person according to Islam who is married and conducting illegal Islamic sex to another woman who is not a Malkal Yameen, but he's doing it. And I'm taking that immoral, sinful, because obviously there are a lot of things which are allowed in Islam, so I'm not going to use that. He does not follow everything that Muhammad teaches, so he's disobedient to Muhammad. Not follow everything, but does accept that this is what Muhammad said and I'm not following it. And he's misguided to an extent where he does believe in Allah and Muhammad, but yet he is doing some wrong acts. Now, accompanying him and sitting with him, for his sin will not harm you. How come this passage is a wrong passage, by the way?
brother, you speak. I need to find something right now. I'm just
Okay.
gonna find Nadir Ahmed's email to me.
He might be a troll, Nadir Ahmed, in the live chat, not an original one. Send the link out. Let's see if he's the original one. He can come up and say hi.
No,
Let's see, and then
no, I don't need that. The reason I don't need that, because if this is the Nadir Ahmed who says who he is, he told me himself that he's old guy, he cannot remember things, therefore, where is it? Okay. Our speaker can do only 15 minutes because of his old age. He can't do 15 minutes. He can do only 3 to 5 minutes at each time. Why? Because he's old. He can't remember the things to write it down in the debates and discussions. He can't remember. He's old guy. Then why are you crying in the chat to say people are running away from you? Once you start remembering things, once you say, yeah, you speak 10 minutes, I can take note and then respond you back. And once you kind of use your anti-aging cream, come. Once you get younger, get in touch with us, and then we can engage. I am not known as someone who is running away from Dawa gangs because they're like really bad. Even though you are
Dawa
really,
Gangist.
even though you are really bad, like I don't run away because you helped me to make Islam look bad. So therefore, I just see that as a privilege. But as you said, you are old. You cannot remember more than 3 to 5 minutes. So once you get younger and once your memory comes back, please drop me email. We arrange something.
Perfect.
Sorry, brother.
Perfect.
He just
Perfect. Awesome.
I can see he's crying, and then people are dropping me Skype message to address him.
Hey, Nadir Ahmed, let me tell you something. You're old, right? And I'm too young, obviously.
He says
I will
he-
do, I will for you. I will do 1 minute, 1 minute. So 1 minute will be sufficient for you to keep your memory in. And we'll do 1 minute, 1 minute only. And I'll have a timer running where the icon is on the top right corner. And I've done this 1 minute, 1 minute debate. I love 1 minute, 1 minute. To the point, precise. Let's see if you have guts. Join me tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you have the chance, if you have the power. And then we can actually have a talk. All right,
Anyway,
sister, let's go.
sorry for the
Let's go talk.
but yeah. Okay, so Daniel Haqiqatjou is having some problems. So if person is corrupted and sinful, immoral, it's absolutely okay. Just sit with them because they are under the identify themselves as Muslim community. But
Absolutely.
but if
Oh,
you
by the way, I'm sorry. He said what topic? Allah is Satan according to Quran. That's the topic. Allah is Satan according to Quran. That's the topic, brother. You asked the topic and I'm giving you a topic. 1 minute, 1 minute. All right. Thank you so very much. Now stop babbling in the live chat. Let us do the topic that we are discussing. Sister, mic is yours.
Okay, so that's the first group of people. Even though like they are corrupted, they are messed up because they identify themselves as the people of the Muslim community, people of the Sunnah. Therefore, you sit down and then you have discussions with them. They cause you, their sin causes you no harm. That actually goes against Surah 5, but let's not get to that one. But if you see a man who is diligent, even he appears ascetic and consumed by worship, but he's a person of desire, doesn't pass your Aqidah test, then do not sit with him. Do not accompany him. Do not listen to his speech. And do not walk with him on the same path. So you can sit down with a man who is corrupted, who enjoys sinning and continue to sin, who are corrupted, and probably through that corruption they will bring corruption to the land. That's absolutely fine. But if they don't tick the boxes that they worship Allah, they don't do Buddha, all those kind of things.
Just say if he's a Christian, you don't want to sit with him. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you know, quite frankly, the last part is if he's a Christian or a Hindu or a Sikh, but yet that person is a very pious person, moral person, don't sit with him because he's a Hindu or a Jew or an atheist or agnostic or stuff like that.
But in here, he's talking in the context of other Muslims. So, if let's say one of the Sunni Muslim is sitting with a Shia Muslim, so don't do that.
Okay.
Don't listen to their speech. But someone who goes and then murders people, have sex with man is doing those kind of things, man is wearing different woman's clothing, all those are doing all the sinful and disobedient and misguided things, whatever comes to your mind in that, okay? It's like very big list. That's okay. But if someone who doesn't believe, oh yeah, I believe in Allah, but I don't believe Allah has physical hands. I don't believe coolness of Allah's hand kind of made Muhammad's nipple kind of feel cold. All those kind of things. Then yeah, that's the kind of line you need to pick. Just go through the list. You've got the list. What is under our Aqidah list? believing Allah has physical hands, thick or not thick. So you kind of check it. Okay, what does your school says? What does your school say about Allah's throne, Allah's shin, Allah's body parts, Allah's hand, eyes, all those kind of things? So if people do not kind of pass that test, as well as their desire on worshipping kind of appears a little bit creepy, such as how to get to sajda. Okay, those very practical things becomes very big deal in Islam when you do your prayer. Where is your private part is gonna be? All those kind of things, okay? So if all those things are kind of not meeting with your checklist, what do? You do not walk with them, you do not listen to them, you kind of expel them. You treat them as someone who has been expelled. That's what he's saying. And he's bringing our attention to this is what Humble states. I think that's kind of more kind of clarification that he's kind of following the Humble school, but I don't know. These days, Muslim missionaries just pick and choose, and then they change their school as often they change their underwear.
Absolutely. But then again, what this guy is doing is Daniel Haqiqatjou accepts the Sunnah, and especially the Sahih Sunnah. So what this guy is doing, he's doing exactly what Muhammad is doing. By the way, some people would say that Muhammad was wearing these clothing inside his room, but he used to come out with these clothes. Do you know that, sister?
Oh, sorry, just a second. So if he is wearing this in his bedroom, if man is wearing woman's outfit in his bedroom, is that okay?
According to Islam, because that's what Muhammad was doing in his bedroom with Aisha and other wives.
Whatever you do in your bedroom, it's absolutely fine. Just don't come out. Well,
seems like it.
Yeah, and Adam Sika is going to show us. Actually, no, people saw it.
Yeah, people saw. Muhammad is a person who gets so paranoid. There's some people would say that if a black cat crosses your path, do not go on that path, use another path, and so on and so forth. So they have some kind of a fascination of certain things, black cat, blue things, not having to see red things and stuff like that. Same is the case with Muhammad. When it comes to solar eclipse, Muhammad was so paranoid of solar eclipse. And I've done a stream on that Muhammad was so paranoid. Let me just change this because this is going to create irritation for a lot of people. So I'm going to put it up here. So Muhammad had a huge paranoia of solar eclipse. So and so that when the solar eclipse happened, Muhammad thought that the day of Qiyamah is near and he's going to die. So as soon as he realized the solar eclipse happened, he came out running, wearing his wife's clothes. Literally. And some people ran behind him, giving him his garment. Say, Muhammad, wear your garment. Hello, Muhammad, please have your garments.
Let's back that up, brother. Let's put the reference.
Okay,
so, not only when Muslim says, oh, it's okay because Muhammad was wearing the female garment only in the bedroom, that's okay. But now you are saying, actually, Islamic sources tells us, no, Muhammad was wearing female's garment. Even outside, it was like this naked king story. People are coming to Muhammad and then saying, oh, yeah, we need to cover you up. You just got out with like that very tight underwear, which Aisha is supposed to be wearing, or Aisha's shirt that is very tight. We can see all of your body shape.
Absolutely. And Muslims has to put outer in it to make it feel better. So you have to read it without outer. Okay. The Apostle of Allah was one day, i.e., on the day of the sun eclipse, solar eclipse, so perbuted that he took hold of the garment, not took hold, there's nothing called took hold. He just came out running with the garments of his wife. And it was later on that his own garment was sent to him, and he was in the Masjid al-Nabawi, and then he stood up in the prayer. So he ran inside Masjid al-Nabawi with a garment of his wife, and then somebody else, some Muslim man, like, Muhammad, come on, please, hello, wear your garment, leave the garment of your wife.
Okay, you passed it very fast, brother. I am afraid I have to break it down.
All right, please.
So, Muhammad is getting so excited, running for prayer. Okay, what is he wearing when he is running for prayer? Woman's
Garments
clothing.
of his wife.
Yeah, his wife's clothing, and he's absolutely okay with that. Time goes on. He stands in the prayer with alongside of other people. Okay, lots of people just saw Muhammad is wearing woman's dress or woman's clothing. Okay, and Muhammad still is not bothered by it. He's absolutely fine. Okay, stood in a prayer for a long time with people. Okay, and a man did not realize that was the messenger of Allah who had observed ruku. It has been narrated ruku as a so he's in the prayer. He's going to ruku. He's going down. He's getting ready to go down. What is happening? Oh, that is our prophet. He was wearing woman's outfit. Now he's covering up. He's not even bothered. He's not even like. Sometimes you put like lots of jumper on yourself, and then you are in church. Church is hot, okay? When you take off your jumper, you notice, oh, the thing under your jumper is short sleeve. That makes you uncomfortable in that second, and then you put your jumper on back. In this occasion, Muhammad is already naked outside with woman's fabric, and people are sending him clothing.
Yep.
And it's not only that. At the prayer time, people are noticing as he bowed down what he was wearing. Not very nice, isn't it? Not very nice. Man leaves his house. Man is leaving his house. This is not any man. This is Prophet of Islam with a woman's clothing.
Yep. Absolutely. I don't know what to say, but like now, I'm sorry to say, sister, but like, how is this man wrong if Muhammad, Prophet of Islam, is doing this?
So this man is wrong because this man is wearing red high heel shoes. Clearly, Muhammad didn't wear red high heel shoes.
There were no red high heel shoes at the time of Muhammad.
If there was not red high heel shoes, he should be wearing gold high heel shoes. Pardon, they are not shoes, they are boots. Boots, not even shoes. with a 10% discount. I don't think I will forget that for a while. Well, so that's why people are upset. It's not his fault. He's just like following. He's got all the Islamic teachings right. He got the list. He can tick. And alongside of that, what does he have? Colorful high heel shoes. He doesn't even wear trousers like that. It's just like, let alone belt. It's just disturbing. It makes sense why there are choirs for Palestine. Yeah, when I saw that picture, did you see that? There is like pictures of choirs for Palestine, choirs for fatties for Palestine. Did you see those pictures, brother?
No, I have not, unfortunately.
Like, you don't go and check them. Don't go and check them. Okay, they are very disturbing. But yeah, there are those groups. Good. Some people think it was funny that Muslim man comes and then hits the woman at speaker's corner. That's very good. There are a couple of.
And by the way, you know, for this, when you go to the Shara of this hadith, the beautiful part is that nobody is saying that Muhammad does this wrong. whatever they are saying is it's all about um, it was a mistake. It was a
Where,
mistake.
where does it say it's a mistake?
They said it was a mistake that Muhammad did not know. He mistakenly used the clothing and came out. It was a mistake.
Okay,
That's what the people are saying in the Shara. The
okay.
problem is that Muhammad never said that I mistakenly wore this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Asma bin Abu Bakr. Who is Asma bin Abu Bakr? Abu Bakr's daughter.
Yeah.
Aisha's sister.
Mhm.
She's not saying, oh, Muhammad said it mistake. Or when people like it's not Muhammad even bother to notice what he's up to until people steps in. Remember, he's like halfway through the prayer. He's gonna get to sajda. People are seeing what he's up to. Why the early Muslims who kind of, according to Islamic tradition, who spent life with Muhammad, observed Muhammad, why they don't say, oh, this is one of the mistakes our prophet did. He left the house with his wife's clothing.
Yeah, because they know that he was wearing, because Aisha said that and multiple other wives said that Muhammad used to cross dress in the home.
They're
So
not,
how can it be a mistake?
yeah, they're not saying like, okay, this is what he did, therefore don't do it. They're not saying that. Like, think from our perspective, biblical perspective, okay? We look at the life of biblical individuals, and we get to see some of them are doing some disturbing individuals. They are mentioned in the Bible. So we don't look at them and then we say, wow, because he did this is amazing. Let me justify this. What we do is we read their life and then we say, wow, the God we worship is amazing. The way he steps in and then disciplines his people. That's what we look at. Like we kind of see God's grace on them. And then we say, okay, this is what I should not do. Versus in Islamic tradition, yeah, Prophet left the house like that with the woman's clothing. It doesn't say he was upset about it, therefore don't do it. Or it wasn't say, oh, it was a mistake because he just got so excited, don't do it. It doesn't say anything like that.
Absolutely. Sister, I need to change the topic just a little. If you scroll up, I don't have the power to do that on your StreamYard, so you have to do it. There's a person named Islam is my identity, and he just gave you a threat very clearly.
Where is it?
It's just scroll up 1.5 page and you'll see Islam is my identity. He's tagging me because he's saying that on my channel. So he's tagging me. Islam is my identity. That's his name.
Yeah. Okay, what is the message?
At the rate Adam Seeker, just bring it on the screen.
Patience.
Hatun Tash best not turn up to the park, which is Speaker's Corner, ever again. If she knows what's best for her, I will make sure she doesn't enter. She hasn't learned her lesson. I'll make sure she learns it. This is the identity of Islam, talking about killing a little girl, and I would call Hatun a little girl, even though she is a lioness when she speaks, but like she's what, 5'2", 5'3", and he's threatening a girl.
I'm someone finds very difficult to learn.
Oh, you are very difficult.
I find very difficult to learn. Not because like those shapes, I don't know Arabic, all those things. I really find very difficult to learn. But yes, Islam is my identity. You are very correct. If you teach me, and if you make sure I learn my lesson, you know, police will probably provide for you house with 5 rooms, council house, and then you will live very, very comfortable. Probably, you know, the like amazing contribution government makes to these followers of Islam. Yeah, I don't learn. I love to be learned. Yeah, teach me. Tell us, like, simply dealing with me, simply kind of, oh yeah, we are gonna make sure she learns. You are the same individual who just said like, rejoice that, oh, a woman is being beaten by a Muslim man. I would love to know, what is the picture you are seeing in your mind when you read such a hadith, Sahih Bukhari 906, that Muhammad walked out of his house with a woman's clothing, half naked. What do you say? What do you think about it?
That's why they are disturbed.
Me, I don't care. Like, you treated me all those things. I really don't care about it. I am like, we are asking you serious question about serious concerns we have about your prophet, because this is the very prophet taking you to hell. No ice cream in hell, no falafel in hell, no sunbathing in hell, no biryani in hell, no baklava in hell. Hell is a terrible place, and your lovely beloved prophet is taking you to there. We are just bringing very disturbing things to your attention from your lovely prophet. It should bother you that man in his 50s is wearing woman's clothing, very tight. Fat and little prophet is wearing woman's outfit and walking out of the house. Even wearing that in the room is like disturbing at all. Just like, serious, like, can't you just like grow up and learn to defend Islam with intellectual? I know logic and using arguments to defend Islam is not an Islamic thing. But since you are very much aware of Speaker's Corner, and since you are very much aware what are the things you can teach me at Speaker's Corner and still walk free, I'm sure like that kind of tells me you are in West. You can change your strategy.
Absolutely, yes. And I'm going to say a few words on that. You know, sister, when they first came into Britain and UK, they were all goody, peaceful, so-called Muslims, because they had no power, no nothing. And they never showed their real colors, their real face, because Quran chapter number 47, verse number 35 does not apply. They didn't have the power. Allah was not with them. Until Quran chapter 47, do not go for peace when you are the uppermost. Now that they have some power, they have manpower, they have placed the right people in the right position, so they can actually kill, destroy, humiliate every other person who does not belong to Islam. Now they are showing their true color. Now they are showing their true face. This is the reality of it. And by the way, let me just tell you, when I was a Muslim, and I have said that so many times, when I was a Muslim, I used to think the same way, the same manner. When we have the power, we will overcome the West. We will bring West to Islam. We will make them bend the knees in front of us. That's the reality of Islam, and that is what Quran teaches, and this is the reality. I myself have prayed so many times, I can't even count on my fingers, not even on a tasbih, not even on anything, that every single time I finish my prayer, I said, oh Allah, give me the death of a martyr. And you can only get the death of a martyr when you're fighting in the cause of Allah and nothing else, nothing more. That's the reality of Islam. You have said very well, very precisely, and thank you so much for bringing it up. I'm going to put that as a short in my channel as well.
Another helpful thing to remember, if Muslims wants to teach me lesson, clearly a couple of lessons you taught me, try to teach me in couple of years, last couple of years didn't work well. So I am sure you are kind of acting accordingly to make sure that lesson is being well taught. Gospel, God doesn't need me. Okay, that's very, very important for Muslims to figure out. You've got to get your head around. I know Allah needs Muslims. Allah is bloodthirsty vampire, needs Muslims to do his dirty business. I know Muhammad, who is like being suffering in grave by angels, is desperately need his followers to stand up for his honor. I'm very much aware of it. Without Muslims, not without actually Muslims, without violence of Muslims, there won't be Allah, there won't be Muhammad, all very much messed up. You worship a God who is desperately need you. For Allah to be Allah, Allah needed to make you. Versus, my God is self-sufficient. He doesn't need me. It is just a privilege that he's given me to preach the gospel and challenge these false teachings of Islam, and then as well as put Quran into the pieces. So I will go, next person will come, next person will go, next person will come. Gospel will still continue. Bible makes it very clear. One day, every knee will bow down to Lord Jesus Christ. Every tongue is going to confess. Every tongue of Muhammad. Every knee. When every knee bows down, that even will be the knee of Muhammad. Okay? And that's going to happen willingly or unwillingly. It is going to happen. My prayer is that it will be willingly. Because when it is unwillingly, you will be ending up in a place, life, eternal life, without ice cream, without sunbathing, without falafel, without baklava, without shawarma, without biryani. It's going to be very, very awful. So since my God doesn't need me, it is privilege that he's giving me breath to give out and take in. And Bible makes it very clear. God is the giver of life, and then he will take it. So, nothing without his permission will happen. He is the perfect protector. So, with that information, since I'm being very kind and giving you the very basic informations, I am assuming now you will do your homework and then make sure I learn the lesson well. Because once I go, there will be people who will want to come, and then they want to have the same lessons. And in England, Muslims have freedom for everything. Like a Muslim man murdered 3 kids in England, and it is the fault of Amazon now. It is the fault of knife. Like England is like amazing, you know. So we've got people, Muslims, who can buy a knife, and that knife magically controls your thinking. That knife that knife controls what you think, what you are gonna do. Knife is guiding you to take a taxi to get 5 miles ride, go and murder kids. It is the knife is doing. It's not the human being, but it is the knife. And now it is Amazon's fault that a Muslim murdered 3 kids.
This is the irony at this moment, Sister Hatun. Quite frankly,
magical knives. We've got magical knives. Makes people to do crazy things. So that means Muslims very much know that they can get away with everything.
Please tell me that nobody uses this term in a court of law, or did it?
Sorry, say it again.
That this was not used in the court of law, that the knife was guiding him.
No, like our Home Secretary stated, like if you turn up the news today, they're all saying the knife is from Amazon, so it is the knife's fault.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah,
have they gone this mad?
Like headline of the newspaper was saying like knives from Amazon. So, and Home Secretary was gonna change the rules for people to buy knives from Amazon, because this, like, if you think about it, he bought his knife from Amazon. So that means if I use the kitchen knife, which I cut bread, then it's okay.
So they're gonna finish all the knives. So okay. Hold on. It just changes the whole dynamics here. Okay, just hold on. I brought this verse up because you said that Allah needs their help, so that you have to help Allah, so that Allah could help you. That's something like this. But this what you are saying is gone way beyond everything else. You're telling me in UK they're gonna first they removed all the guns laws, and hence nobody can carry a gun in UK.
I don't know if we ever had it, but
Before World War II, you guys had guns and knives and swords and everything.
Oh,
Even
okay.
if you see the old movies, we'll see that in the 1800s, people had swords and everything. And in those days, swords were guns, right? The big swords were guns. Uh, and then the guns came up, and then people had guns over there as well. But then the law got changed slowly and gradually, and guns were taken away from the Britishers once and for all. And that is why. So anyhow, long story short,
Okay.
now they're saying even the knives can guide people to kill, just like the gun kill, not the human kill. Same in the way that the knife kills, not the human kill, and knife makes the human to kill. So what about the steak knives in their homes? Like,
Brother, look at this. Look at this.
this guy is so
Amazon. Because he bought the knife from Amazon, so therefore it is Amazon's fault.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is just so unbelievable.
Other disturbing headlines as well. Like I was just like, so like you can murder people with your kitchen knife. It's absolutely fine.
So now very soon there'll be no kitchen knife and steak knife in UK. Because what if he buys the steak knife from Amazon? You can buy steak knives from Amazon.
Okay, here's another headline. This is so fun. It's not funny. To be honest, it's not funny. It is very disturbing.
It's disturbing.
Once you don't take the responsibility for the reasoning stuff, you will get in trouble. So, do you see my screen? I don't know if you see my.
Not yet.
Okay, so this one. Look at the BBC part.
Total disgrace. He was able to buy a knife on Amazon. What? Oh my goodness. I'm laughing, but like this is not a laugh of a laugh. It's a laugh of a sadness.
Yeah,
Like,
if you so apostate of Allah says, what if he bought the knife from Walmart or from Marks and Spencer or from Waitrose? So it won't be crime. Or if you use the knife from his home, like it won't be crime.
that is so crazy. So Amazon cannot sell knives to UK anymore
But
because somehow
they-
it's
they think like it is knife's fault. It's not knife's fault. It is this man who converted into Islam. It is his fault. It is not knife's fault. Knives don't kind of use magics to kind of make people to think like, okay. So you've got wife, right?
I have 4.
No, you've got 4 wives.
Yes.
Okay. So life is very difficult for you. So when you walk on the street, your wife sees these amazing clothes on the shop, okay? And then probably only thing she's thinking is like Claude is saying to her, this amazing bag or dress is saying, buy me with you won't be complete without me. Okay? And then she
Okay.
goes in and then use your credit card to buy that dress or that bag. This is exactly the same thing. Okay? So your wife just influenced by that dress because dress said, you won't be complete without me. Bag said, you won't be complete without me. I am what it is completing you. And then this Mr. Muslim who converted into Islam buys, when he goes to Amazon, since it is Amazon's fault, he looks at these knives. And then there is this knife, says,
Buy me.
oh, you won't be completed without me. You are just nobody without me. I am the new thing who can make you clever, who can make you amazing, who can provide better future for you, who can help you to practice your religion in its fullness. And then he just under this magic. And then he goes and then clicks buy, free delivery in 3 days. And then it
Okay.
comes.
Pause here. Till now, I have no objection. Let me just tell you, I have no objection. I have no objection till now. Up till now, I have no objection. The objection is when one of my wives who will buy the cloth because the cloth said buy me,
Yeah.
will use that cloth on me to suffocate me and kill me. Now I have a problem. So knife saying buy me, I have no problem. Now using that knife to kill somebody, That's where I have a problem.
But it is knife's fault, because like it is knife's fault. It is that clothing's fault. Okay, so when your wife brought that clothing or brought that bag in the house, the handbag which was saying buy me, so the moment the handbag comes into the house, she's gonna put in the wardrobe. Handbag says to your wife, your husband's neck look amazing. I want to have close relationship with your husband.
I don't like this.
Can you just take me and then use the cord and then just pass me around? What is this?
Strangle me. Yeah.
Not strangle.
Neck.
It's not gonna say that. It's gonna say like just put me around his neck nicely, wrap me around his neck, and then once your wife obeys the handbag and then wraps the handbag around your neck, suddenly handbag wants to, I want to be more close to you, and then wants to kind of do this. You know, some people hug you and then they're like so strong hug. So that handbag is doing that to your neck, and then suddenly your last breath, and then your wife is, wow, we've got the life insurance. That's how we talk about this gentleman, and then she needs to do the same thing to other 3 wives, so that life insurance is only for her. But for this gentleman, it is the knife's fault. Not only knife's fault, but it is also Amazon's fault. Amazon tempted him to go to that website, and then that knife said, buy me, I will make you good Muslim, and then he was simply just obeying that. It's not his fault.
Unbelievable. UK has gone down the drain tremendously, and there is no point of it coming out. It's just like, Trump has come into power right now from the last couple of days. On Monday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And the gun laws things will come into play again, just like it was there back in when it was his first presidency. And it will be the same thing again and again, because guns don't kill, humans kill. And all the gun violence in America that has happened in the past 30 years, 90% of the time, illegal guns were used, not the legal gun owners. Rather, every time a gun violence was stopped, it was stopped by a legal gun owner. For example, one of the beautiful section was a guy came into Texas in a church, and he opened as automatic gunfire. But as soon as he opened it, somebody in the church shoot him dead because he was a legal gun owner. So that legal gun owner saved hundreds of lives. Same is the case, like legal gun owning should be made reasonably easy, because they are reasonable people. They are the people who don't want to go to jail, who don't want to die, but rather wants to defend themselves and their societies, versus somebody who can buy a gun illegally from the black market. And same is the case with the knives, swords, or anything. Like, because nowadays there are 4 incidents in the past that happened killing people by using cars. Are you going to ban all cars in America now? Or are you going to ban all the cars in the UK now? Because you can ram the car in the crowd and kill hundreds of people in one go. That is so stupid. The car is not the problem. The one who is driving the car is the problem, who is ramming the car in the people.
Yeah.
Knife is not the problem. The one who is putting the knife in somebody's head or arm or body is a problem, not the knife the problem. Gun is not the problem. The person who's holding the gun is the problem. That's where we need to see this. And I'm so sorry that UK has come to this. It's just so disturbing. I'm so sorry, sister.
This is how the things are now. But it's sad, like they're like, it is Amazon's fault. It is guns' fault. That's like why I put the comment in the chat a little bit earlier. Someone says like, we have to blame the knife. Otherwise, like being Muslim is very difficult, because they have to blame Islam.
And yes, they have to blame Islam.
Yeah.
That's teaching of Islam.
Yeah. Okay, my screen got bigger again. I don't know what's happening, but anyway, I'm gonna take a couple of comments. Not comments.
And then super chats were there as well. Let's bring them up.
Yes, yeah. Let's do that. I need to.
I don't know what you do with your computer. They always gets too big. I don't know.
It's not
What are
I'm
you doing?
something. It just like happened. Don't blame me. It's the computer's problem.
Exactly, it's the computer's fault, not yours.
Computer's saying like, make me big, so that your eyes can see me. It will satisfy you. I have to just.
Oh man.
Do you want to comment on this one, brother?
Lapreet said, "My part to buy the lady shoe. Don't forget to post the post." So he's giving us money so that we could buy lady shoes, but don't post the pictures. That's what he's saying. Brother, I'll buy the lady shoes, and you can't buy them for £499. And like seriously speaking, they are like hundreds of pounds, by the way. And
No. He said if you say Queer Habibi 10, you will get 10% discount.
yes, so a $250 shoes will be
That's okay.
10% less, means $25 less.
That's okay. Do you want to comment on this one?
I can't even see it. You unclicked it.
Okay, sorry. Because I can't see the whole screen now. Sorry, I just see like
Halal something. I don't even know. Halal Henrita. I have no idea what he is trying to say. Cheeky Sheikh. My vocabulary in the slang is not that good. Halal Harnitra. I have no idea what that means.
Anyway, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for the generosity. Anyway, do you see anything on the screen?
And it says, "This is a ministries. Where can I buy the 26 Qurans that you discovered?"
Yeah. So actually, it's not 26 Qurans anymore. 37 of them. Kindly drop me an email. hatun@dcciministries.com. I will provide the details for you to where to buy it, and then I can even send you the PDF version of things. Drop me email, and then I'll take it from there. Don't get annoyed if I don't reply your emails that day, okay? Because one day is only 24 hours.
Absolutely.
Someone said,
just imagine what he would wear if he was alive today. DCCI ministry. He's talking about Muhammad.
Yeah. I don't want to imagine that. Because just reading is disturbing. Really, I don't want to imagine that. Nothing personal, but I really don't want to imagine that. Thank you.
That's a super sticker. Thank you, Reagan.
Thank you.
Where can I buy the Quran that you discovered? Just like she said, send an email to her and she will send you.
Yeah. Please, super chat is not there for you to kind of, if I put money there, they will only reply my question stuff. It doesn't work like that. As long as you put DCCI ministries in your comments, you will get my attention. And if it is something linked with what we are saying, then I will kind of pull up that comment and comment on it. So it's not like, give me money, then ask your question or bring your comment. I don't work like that.
By the way, for all the people on my channel who comes from my Urdu channel, in Urdu channel, when there are 6,000 people watching, 6,500, 7,000 people watching, you really cannot star all of these comments, even though that I have like a 30 seconds of a delay between the comments. Yet when 6,000 people are commenting, is so many comments, you can't even see what they're commenting. At that particular time, yes, super chat is the only way for me to read it, unless unless a guest is talking and I might see your comment by chance and I can save it. With 5,000, 6,000 people watching, you cannot read them. But with a smaller group, yes, you can do that. So please don't blame me, and please don't bring to my Urdu channel saying, "Hey, we have done comment, Adam, like 10 times. You did not read it. Look at Hatun, she's reading it." No, brother, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's different. So I don't have that many views. It's different. And the way it appears is, with the super chat, it appears in different color. So, and then it automatically moves into the area where it says comment is being started. So by default, you cannot miss it. If you've got like only 100 people are watching and then few people are commenting, it's easier once the YouTuber kind of gets the skill of keeping eye on both comments and then what person is saying, then it's easier. You can do like a couple of things at the same time. Other way, it's like very, very difficult. Even if you've got like only couple of 100 people, it's very difficult when people put lots of messages. So that will be the only way to get.
Yeah, after 1,000 live viewers, it becomes pretty difficult, and especially like at 5,000, 6,000, it's almost impossible. So make sure you don't put me on the hot seat for that. All right, so this motorcycle mad said, you rock, Adam, and Hatun is a warrior. Bullies like this guys, like the Islam defender guys, are the true face of Islam. I fully agree. Sister, you want to comment on that?
Well, they are true face of Islam, or they introduce us one of the way of Islam. At the end, we still told by Bible that they are made in God's image. We love them enough to expose their ideology. We love them enough to expose their false ideology and then introduce Lord Jesus Christ. And we expose them for what they do. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Where can I buy the 26 Quran? That's another comment. Okay, it's gone. There's another comment on my channel sent by KL, and he said, DCCA Ministries, when are we seeing Dr. J. Smith?
When are you seeing Dr. J. Smith? I can arrange live stream with him if that's what you are asking, or if you are asking to meet with him in his house, I think good place to get in touch with him. Or if you are inviting him to somewhere,
he's talking about bringing him to your channel. That's what he's talking.
Okay. Like I'll see what he's got. If he's got something new or not, we take it from there.
Awesome. So let's reflect on today's stream as we have answered the questions and read the super chats. It's been almost 2 hours. Would you like to say something as in moral of the story and as in summary?
There is no moral of the story. This is like Islam in reality, okay? And it is very serious. It is serious in a way. Muslims look at their prophet and then, oh yeah, my prophet was cross-dressing. I can do so too. That's disturbing. But all they are doing is like, they're just like, well, I have to follow my prophet to the dot. I'm just doing exactly the same. Maybe he didn't have red color high heel shoes, but time changes. He wouldn't have any problem with that. Why? Because he stole people's red underwear, so he's okay with red color. Probably that's what people are doing. But
silky.
Yeah. But such a strange that Muslim missionaries, the moment they stop engaging with Christians, what do? They go after one another and attack their core doctrine and then call one another disbeliever. And that is actually very dangerous, because once someone calls you kafir, someone calls you disbeliever, what is next? Man turns up with a knife from Amazon to your door. Or bunch of men just breaks into your house. Why? Because someone was telling the people that you are disbeliever. And Muslims know these certain magical words and their application, what to do with the disbelievers. And clearly it wasn't love at first sight. It is probably sword at the first sight.
Wow.
I'm not going to comment on Muhammad's nipples, if that's what you were asking.
No, absolutely not. You don't even have to remind me. I don't know why you reminded that. But Zarabi's, yes, thank you so very much. You can throw up 10 times because of my Indian accent. So please don't just throw up one time, throw up 10 times at least, bare minimum. You can't just do it. Or if you follow Muhammad's Sunnah, you have to throw up at least 3 times, okay? 3, bare minimum. Now, let's come back to our subject. I would like to add 2 cents to what Hatun said, even though she actually summarized everything. But the reality is very simple. There is no sin in Islam. And let me just challenge this to every single Muslim in the world. There is no sin in Islam if you believe in one single Allah. and his prophet to be Muhammad as the final prophet. There is no sin in Islam. Nada. Zero. So if you think that this guy is doing a sin, and Daniel Haqiqatjou is saying no, it's a sin it's not a sin according to Wahhabism. Actually, it's not a sin no matter which Islamic sect do you belong to. It doesn't matter. None of them are sin. And why do I say that? Because Muhammad actually allowed to go to make people who has done 100 kills and 101 basically to be precise to go into heaven, because Allah wants to put him into heaven of Islam, which is a prostitute house according to me. But long story short, at the end of the day, Muhammad actually did the same thing which this guy is doing, except that Muhammad was doing it in his lifetime, in his style, in his era style. It's as simple as this could be. So he is not doing anything which is actually haram according to Islam. Yes, there are certain hadiths in the Islamic sources which says, do not imitate the other sex. Do not imitate the other sex. Now, the word imitate can have multiple meanings. It can be like, do not act like them, or do not change your body to look like them, or some Muslim says, do not wear the clothing of other sex. Now the problem is, if they say that do not wear the clothing of other sex, then Muhammad is doing the same thing, then the interpretation of Islam is either wrong or Muhammad was doing something wrong. You have to think about it. And once again, stay away from Islam. There's nothing in there. I have lived almost half of my life as a Muslim, and I'm saying almost because I don't know when I'll die, so almost half. You really want to go to a hell that I have been most of my life? If you have any question, I'm always here to go live with you and answer you for your questions. Stay away from Islam, come to the truth, and you will only find the truth in Christ, because he is the truth. He does not need peace. When you say Jesus, peace be upon him, I hate this word. Literally, I hate it. And I have objected it every time a Muslim comes and says that. It's a blasphemy. It is a blasphemy. He doesn't need your peace. He is the Prince of Peace. He gives peace. So when you accept him, you will be in peace. Thank you so very much. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are.
Thank you, brother. So let me just bring a couple of things. There are funny comments now, brother. I know you want to hang up now, but listen to this.
I'm here for as long as you want to. I have a lot of time today.
So listen to this.
Okay.
This Hatun Trash is a transgender. She looks like a man. I would like to use this opportunity. If that's how some people are identifying me, please take the screenshot of this so I can use this to when anyone says anything to me, I can just go under the transgender idea, and then nothing will happen to me. I will be protected. I am minority transgender. Don't be racist. Is that because I look like transgender?
Hey, by the way, this reminded me of something. Hold on. This reminded me of something. So let me go to my user. You know my X platform?
Yeah.
So this is what my tweet was for today's live stream. So let's bring it up. This reminds me of this. Okay, bring it up. Mashallah. Okay. Oh, you haven't brought it up yet. Okay. Mashallah. Arabi drag queen is here, and Daniel Haqiqatjou endorsed him, her, it, them, plus.
Anything. Sad, isn't it? It just makes you feel sad for Islam, actually. Let me just remove that. So I think someone is making fun of my accent. I have seen this comment a couple of times. If that's what I am saying.
She said, "Oh, our prophet."
Yeah. So, however, I said you are prophet, your prophet or something.
Your prophet. So what? Like, you guys are talking about pronunciation.
No,
by the way, that's what Muslims does. By the way, that's what I'm seeing.
No,
Like
no,
the Muslim does the same thing.
I enjoyed this because like people are like, that's what people are kind of picking up. That's good. So I saw that couple of times, and it's good that people think it's funny, and it's funny. I pronounce lots of other things very bad. Like recently I did when I did the video, I put a short video on where your your private man's private part needs to be when he's going to sajda. I had to Google those words and then try to pronounce it. You know, like, because the words I never use it, I'm just like, huh. It was difficult. It was difficult. Adam Sika, please suggest where I can study Jewish persecution by Muhammad.
In the Sunnah, I have done that multiple times in my live streams. Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari, they both talk about in Kitabul Jihad. Read the, go search on the Sunnah about Quraiza, Banu Quraiza. And you can actually read into Siratul Nabi by Ibn Ishaq and the history of At-Tabri, volume number, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 6 or 5. And it's talk about Banu Quraiza and the Jewish persecution. By the way, no Jew in the history will ever write about it. You know why? If you don't know why, then go and watch J. Smith in P.F. Fender films, and you will know why.
Fanda.
Sorry?
Fanda. It pronounces Fanda.
Okay, Fanda.
Yeah.
All right. Fanda.
Silent. Please silent. So, you're welcome. Did anyone picked up? I just corrected Adam Seeker's pronunciation for Fanda.
That's why I say P Founder. I always say P Founder because I never thought how to pronounce it. I'll say P Founder.
Yes,
Come on, who would name your channel with a silent word? Nobody will be able to find it.
Yeah, a German term, I think. German guy. He did study it on him. Did I put this on the screen? I can't see the screen. My screen is again so giant right now.
Yeah, it says DCCA Ministries in Israel. There was also a terrorist attack today. Someone with a knife. IDF shot him dead immediately. He was an American Moroccan.
Well, Israel has been suffering because of Hamas and all the supporters of Hamas around the world. They just need to get rid of them once for all. So it is good. See, in some countries, when there is a terrorist attack with a knife, they don't say, "Oh, did the knife come from Amazon?" No, that's not what they say. They say, "For the protection of my people, I'm going to take this guy down so that guy doesn't murder other people." Different approach. If UK treats those terrorist groups or terrorist supporters the way Israel is dealing with Hamas, we would be much safer. That's what
Absolutely, I fully agree.
Is there any other comment needs our attention, brother? Or funny comment will help us to...
I don't know. I really like. I'm so bad in reading comments nowadays because I'm so used to of doing long Urdu live streams. So I sometimes pick it up when I say something really. Somehow my eyes are filtered in such a way to read only the bad comments.
See, this comment just breaks my heart.
Oh.
So Hatun's English has actually improved a lot. I remember when she first hit YouTube. It was very funny back then. So person is simply saying Hatun is not funny.
Anymore.
She was funny before, but she's not anymore.
Not funny anymore.
Can you hear my heart, Grey Jedi? My heart is broken. It's crushed. No good, no good. I'll read some joke books and then learn how to be more funny. Sometimes I do practice on it, but just...
You practicing on your heart? No, that's not possible. You have a stone heart.
Oh, people, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block this. You with your lips too much. I didn't know that's what I do. Nah, every time when I speak, I need to make sure my lips don't move. Or you slip on your lipsticks. I don't use lipsticks, so probably I bite them. I don't know what
Yeah,
I.
Hatun, I know for a fact because I've never seen her in makeup at all. Like, come on. Have you seen like how many videos I've seen of her?
Why
How
are you,
many?
brother? You are just being racist because I've
No,
got.
no, no. I'm not being racist. You are being racist against the makeup industry, full stop.
You are being racist because I've got two black eyebrows, and that is not acceptable.
Come on, look at all of your videos. How can a lady be on live without a makeup?
Brother, don't do that to me. Uh,
Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Makeup industry is going down the drain because of you.
because for me, my
Because not you're
I
not using them.
I invest on other things like books, not to makeup. So I'm gonna block once I figure out how, actually once I figured out how to block people, but I will work on it. So I'm gonna block begotten not created, someone who is reciting Nicaea Creed. I am blocking you for stealing my basic comments where I say everything racist, and I can get you are being blocked. Okay, I am blocking. Who was that other person was making comments about my lips, biting my lips? You are gonna get blocked. I'm joking, moderates. Please don't
So
block
all of you, please make sure that Hatun don't learn how to
block.
block people. Yeah, so
I'm very actually very generous. I don't block people because I think um,
because you don't know how to block people.
I can learn it. I remember I learned it once. I forgot it, but I think it's important that people express what they think, what they want to say. That's very important. I am kind of very conscious about when someone shares other people's real name or their address or like personal things. That because I'm sensitive about it because it puts people's life in danger. Someone can just take the screenshot of that comment and then use it against someone else, and then suddenly, intentionally or unintentionally, we put someone in danger. Just kind of beware of that. And I don't like when someone reposts the same thing again and again, just pretending like if you do that million times, you will get attention. Other than like, I don't care. Lots of other things like, I like those words doesn't kill me. Your words doesn't kill me. So I'm kind of, yeah, I hate doxing too as well, Phil. I have someone just emailed saying, this is where you live. I'm coming after you. I'm just like, by the time you get here, I will move. So I've got this picture. I'm entering in a house. So my picture is like as kind of I knock the door to enter the house. I'm just outside of the door, but like clearly I'm entering the house, and then person is saying, I know where you live. I'm coming after you. I'm just like, come quickly. But just, I moved from that place because that like the house was like old house. I'm just like, I already moved, but anyway. Toxic is just so childish things. Anyway, there was a comment on you, brother.
Yeah, your block list is very long. That is absolutely true, Sonari. And you know that why. So, sister, one of the problem is there are like at least 10 people who in my Urdu channel especially, they come in and they have like 1,000 usernames, and they'll create a fitna in the
How,
live chat.
how can you have like 1,000 users name? Like you need thousands of account. Like you need
Yeah.
also account for that.
So for every Gmail account, you can create like, I don't know, 100 YouTube accounts. So every Gmail account that you make, you can create a sub accounts in the YouTube. So they keep on creating sub accounts and they come up and they create fitna, and then they come into StreamYard, they come up and they just abuse. Like literally, you add them because I do a lot of discussions and debates. So I
Yeah.
add them and they'll start abusing using the private parts of the females of the mother and the sister, and and that's what they do. And I block them in StreamYard. I block them on YouTube. My moderators block them in the YouTube. So I have my block list in my Urdu channel is so long, you can't even find someone if you blocked unintentionally. It's so hard to find the person you blocked unintentionally. So it is pretty long.
Wow. I didn't know you can have lots of different channels on those kind of things, accounts on those things. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Better for me to not know. Better for me to not know. It's good to not know. Okay, I'm just biting my lips. Now I'm very aware of it. I am gonna block this brother so that he just makes me conscious of certain things. I don't like it, but I'll move on.
Yeah, your sweater looks good. Yeah, it's
I
an
do.
expensive sweater if you haven't bought it.
I didn't bought it. It's not.
Yeah, I know. Most of the good things were gifted to you because you never spend money on yourself. I know that.
Actually, no. This is not mine. Actually, I borrowed this from someone. Life is hard. Life can be hard.
Okay, so the person who gave you this sweater to wear on the live stream, if you're listening to me, don't take it back, okay? Don't take it back. It looks good on her.
Peace of Christ be with you, Hussein. Hope you are well. Okay, let's finish. We're just doing chit chat with the people in the chat, and that's not me. I just come here, get on with my things, and then go and then get on with
It's my aura. It's my aura.
Anyway, the point, I think overall point is well explained by Adam Sika. There are Muslims who are just simply trying to practice what their prophet do. And some other Muslims are out there who's got platforms. They are using these platforms to attack.
Sister, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. There's something called Pro 90. Pro 90 said, hey, Adam, you give challenge to a lot of people. I challenge you to give a debate challenge to Abu Zar Respond. Have some guts. Mr. Pro 90, I have an email that I've shown on Sahil's channel as well. And that email was sent to Abu Zar Respond that, hey, Mr. Respond Maker, one-sided response making is nothing. It's a piece of crap because you only say something that the other person cannot respond back. Hence, come in and have a discussion live or debate, time debate if you want. And you know what he responded? He responded, sorry, I don't do debates and I don't do discussions. You can only make a response on me. And I was like, okay, go. So my friend, before you say that I should send a challenge to somebody, at least ask your daddy whether he's willing to debate or not.
But you are making very interesting point. If someone is creating videos and they are not up for debates and discussions, because that means they know their arguments will be debunked. They know their audience are those non-thinking people, these gullible people. They can easily influence them, and because they've got probably these big platforms, they just lie and then lie and then lie to them. When they are in a debate, when in the debate, you keep your other person accountable what they said. They need to provide reference. They need to back up what they say. I know now these days it's all about like banging your chest stuff, but in reality, no. Individuals will be kept accountable. So when people are running away from debates and discussions, deep down they know their arguments has no hold. That's very important. Like you email someone to say like, okay, I'm challenging for debate, and then person says, sorry, I don't do debates and discussions, because he knows his arguments doesn't have anything to hold.
Absolutely, sister. And but the problem with these guys are like Pro 90 and so many others. Like he's the same guy who has 200 accounts, by the way. I think the problem with these guys are they are trying to say to debate somebody whom I have already put a challenge upon, who has already responded to me, and I've shown his email on screen, and yet he's saying they like challenge him. I make videos live, and plus I make live stream link in the chat. Anybody can come up. Why do I have to explicitly say, hey, you come, but still the persons who like somebody, I challenge them as well. yet they run away. Now he's saying again, he said that something about Zad Patel. He's another Indian so-called scholar. And he, you know what he did, Zad Patel? And he said, I abused him. I did not abuse him, number one. Number two, I never emailed him. Number three, you are so wrong, pro. I never emailed him. You are so silly. You're so stupid. You're ignorant. Just like your Allah and your Muhammad. So, my friend, let me tell you, he came to my Discord channel. I never emailed him. He came to me. And I said, yes, I'm good. I'm good. Let's have a debate. You know what he did? Let me tell you. He gave me 14 points that I can do this and I cannot do this and I can do this and I cannot do this for the debate. I was like, dude, it's a debate. Okay? I'm not your kid. I'm not going to follow the rules that you make. The only rule is I will not abuse you and you will not abuse me, and that's it. Number two, there'll be a timer running. You want 2 minutes? I'll give you 2 minutes. Perfect. You give me 2 minutes, you have 2 minutes. That's it. Otherwise, the 14 points. Sister, you know what the points were? There will be no live chat. You know the second point? There will be no super chat. You know the third point? You cannot say anything that will hurt the feeling of the Muslimin against Muhammad. I was like, dude, I'm doing a debate. What do you mean by anything that I will say is going to hurt the feeling of the Muslimin? How can I do a debate if I have to think about hurting the feelings of the Muslimin?
Yeah. So the point he's trying to simply make is, I know my arguments doesn't hold anything. I know I cannot back up what I believe and I cannot have a discussion about it. Therefore, I'm going to propose you the things that I know you will never accept because they're not acceptable for debate anyway. Therefore, I can easily come up and then say, no, he's running away from me. That's the same thing like that Muslim gentleman was saying in the chat, that Hatun is running away from me. The very email they sent it to me, he was saying like, oh, I am old guy. I cannot remember the points that someone makes in 10 minutes. Can we do to 3 to 5 minutes? I'm just like, if you can't remember 10 minutes talk, then why are you even debating? If you are old guy, like, you're gonna have heart attack and then die. I don't want to die during my debate, man. Like, old people, it's very, you need to be careful when you are around old people. They've got lots of health issues, man.
I agree, and that is why, you know what I do? I tell them, hey, listen, 2 minutes. You know, in 2 minutes, I think everybody can remember what is being said in 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes, I will have 2 minutes. Oh, by the way, the fourth thing that he said, this is very important. I will bring 2 moderators and you bring 2 moderators. I was like, what? So one you is debating, one me, and there will be 4 moderators for 2 of us to debate. How silly is this?
Brother, he just doesn't want to debate. It's not he doesn't want to debate. Sorry, I stand corrected. He cannot debate. He
Absolutely.
Defend it. Okay? Therefore, this is the conditions. Don't fall into those things.
So every single statement that I will make, his moderators will going to challenge me. Why? Because everything I say will going to hurt the feeling. If I say Muhammad is a pedophile, it's going to hurt the feelings. Muhammad is a child molester, it's going to hurt the feeling. So everything that I will say is going to hurt the feelings of the Muslims. What the? Come on, man.
Poor Muslims. Feelings are so important, brother. Like, everything is all about feelings, you know, these days. Because I feel so, therefore it is wrong. Because I feel so, therefore you are evil. Because I feel so, therefore this is wrong. It's just like, just wrong.
So, Mr. I never sent the email to Patel. You are so silly. You're so ignorant. And you are claiming false information. Anyhow, that information is already there in my Urdu channel. Go check it out. Learn from it. Your scholar actually lied with you. All the 14 points, I've shown it. It's in my Hindi channel, by the way. Zahid Patel is an Indian. So I have a Hadam Seeker Hindi channel. If you go there, I have placed a full response against Zahid Patel, what he actually showed, what I discussed from the Discord. There's no email. I don't agree to any point except 2. Point number 1, you want a timer? I'll give you a timer. Perfect. That I agree with you. Point number 2, do not abuse me. with the mother and the fathers and the daughters and the sisters private part, and I will not do that. Other than that, everything that is written in the Islamic books, I have the power to use them as it is. Whatever is written in the translation that are done by your scholars, I'm going to use the words of the translations done by your scholars. Even if it is explicit, I'm going to use it. If it hurts the feelings, I'm going to use it. I don't care about anything else. You accept these two rules, join me live anytime, any day. My live streams are always open. StreamYard links in the live chat, and they are pinned. Sister Hatun.
Yeah, they just don't want to debate because they can't defend. I would like to bring people's attention to Hussein's comment. He's asking for prayer because there are apparently new fires in California area. Please.
Human made.
Huh?
Human made.
Yeah. So just keep him in your prayer as well as people in that area.
Absolutely.
Last thing we need is people to die without having the opportunity to hear the glorious gospel of our glorious God, without making informed decisions. So,
may I change this prayer a little?
Go on.
So I would rather pray, because if somebody has not listened about the glorious gospel, he's in a different league. But I pray that whoever listens actually meditate upon it.
You mean her?
And him and her, yes.
Yeah.
Meditate upon him who is Christ, learn and accept. Because just after listening and denying, there's a bigger problem.
Yeah. So hearing the gospel and not responding the gospel has consequences, and harshful consequences. So if you want to kind of do the summary of the video, just go back, I think 15 minutes ago or something. I can't remember when it was we did the summary of the video before we start chit-chatting with the people in the chat. So that was the summary of the video. Overall, what we have: Islam is false religion, and you've got to keep away from Islam. And I'm gonna let Adam Seeker to comment on this, and then we.
No, I'm gonna skip that.
Okay.
Uncheck it. It's using a wrong word. So yeah, please don't use this kind of a word. Thank you for your super chat, but please don't use this kind of a word. And thank you, Anacondaji. I've seen you after a very long time. So please don't use this kind of word. That's not appropriate. Even though that he is doing wrong things and saying wrong stuff, but we have a higher set of moralities not to respond in this kind of a manner. All right. But yes, thank you for all your support. I know you love me. You have been there for almost 2.5, 3 years. Thank you so very much. But we don't respond to them in the same manner. Sister, please.
Adam, thank you very much for joining me and helping us to think through this lovely Prophet of Islam and how he cross-dresses, all those kind of things, and also bringing our attention to fights within Muslim world, how they interpreted this cross-dressing, as well as this lovely gentleman from Australia who is offering 10% discount when you go and then buy shoes from the shop he goes. So those are all helpful tips for us. But overall, it comes out to this: the world is very broken. The world is very broken. People live in darkness and they enjoy living in darkness. This broken world desperately needs a light, and Isaiah 8 talks about how Jesus is gonna become light to this darkness. Everything is messed up, dark, and that's how Isaiah 8 finishes. And then Isaiah 9 starts with the promise of Son, who is gonna come as light to the world. So we need to make sure that we do our part to preach the glorious gospel of Jesus and then challenge this false ideology of Islam and expose those kind of things. So keep all those references in your mind as you engage with Muslims, and then also pray for Muslims when they hear the gospel. Not only for Muslims, for the world, as they hear the gospel, they respond to gospel. And when Lord puts us in a places where we have the platform to preach the gospel, we faithfully do so. So pray for that as well. Don't forget to pray for people in California as well. It was expressed that David Wood is live, so go and check him, or just go to bed, whichever is easier for you. From both of them has will be very useful. Sleeping as well as learning from David Wood. Check that out as well.
And let's also pray for one more prayer request for all the people who has lost their jobs. As you know, that Trump has announced a Dodge company. No, that is true. A lot of people who are in the government sector will going to lose their jobs, and some of them will be like normal people like you and me, who will be earning like very normal, average kind of a salary, but they have a job in the government sector. Like a lot of people from DEI department, ethnic something something department, it's done, it's gone, and a lot of other departments will be gone. Yes, they will be gone. And these are the people who are normal people. I'm not talking about the high up managers and the political leaders of that particular department. I'm talking about the normal people who lives among us, who are doing these kind of jobs. They're going to be jobless. Yes, they are going to be. So let's pray that they'll get a job sooner than later in any other area, because there'll be a lot of joblessness for the first year and a half of Trump's presidency. And by the way, I would say for America, this is required. What America has gone to, it is required for America to do that. But at the end of the day, there will be a lot of joblessness for the first year and a half of the presidency of Trump. So please pray for all of them.
Yeah, changes are happening. Pray for all those changes. At the end, presidents will come and go, kings will come and go, prime ministers will come and go. Son of God is still on the throne. No one can move him. With that, thank you very much, everyone who joined us in the chat, as well as thank you very much, Adam Sika, for joining me in this live stream. By God's grace, we will see you again. Until we see you, may Christ crucified silent with his love.
Amen. Yeshua Akbarul Azim. God bless you all.
God bless you.